Cleopatra 1963 from Joseph L. Mankiewicz was a huge film, but it stems in a long line of Cleopatra depictions on screen, which I think have, one way or another, some production troubles. Sometimes that's pre-production, sometimes that's the reception afterwards. Generally speaking, they all were at one point in time some of the most expensive films ever made. You go back to the J. Gordon Edwards version from 1917 with Theda Bara, one of the big silent film epics, you know, in competition with the big dogs like Cecil B. DeMille, who goes on to make his own take on Cleopatra, people like D.W. Griffith. This is a film that in 2024 dollars costs like $12 million. And that's a lot for a silent film. Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton aren't spending that much money, and they're doing really extremely daring things, I think, because they're willing to take risks with their body, but they're also like domestic comedies. You know, that's like calling a Will Ferrell stunt the same as James Cameron's Avatar. But I mean, that's the framework we're working here. Cleopatra broke all barriers. And then when Cecil B. DeMille does it in 34, it's got Claudette Colbert, and she contracted appendicitis on set. And so she could only stand for minutes at a time, and she had a lot of big scenes. They tried to push it all to the end. She also had a huge fear of snakes. And there are a lot of snakes in the movie. And it is just this epic. Every single Cleopatra film has just these amazing, beautiful sets. And it is the same level of prestige with the 1963 from Joseph L. Mankiewicz, which is huge. It wins like 5 Academy Awards, it makes $51 million. It stars Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton, Rex Harrison, my boy Rex Harrison. But I think what stands out about this one is that it's really 3 films in one. It was filmed that way. That's the way Joseph Mankiewicz talked about it. He would say, these were the hardest 3 films I ever made. But even though it made money, it made a dent. Like 20th Century Fox, I think it was deemed a success, but I don't think in the immediate they got their returns back. It's hard to do the math on this. It's hard.